just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready? Blue lady. 58, come on. Time to go right now. Pick the edge. Come on.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
From the 16, Winston. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 95-56. Check. Watch 54. Hey, keep it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Wait. Hey, turn it up. Check. Cross.
Jameis to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw is Winston. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Out to the right here to Wilson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marcus Green with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Ready? Black 22.
They'll hand it down to Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big...
And this is going to backfire big time. He'll go down to the end zone, and that's a safety. And around the goal line, sometimes trickeration can be great, turn into a big play. Here it backfires.
To put it mildly, when you give up 2 points on an offensive play, especially that close to the goal line, razzle-dazzle there, I'm sure we'll be talking about that in the future.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the handoff, it's Geis. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Winston now from the 50. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a third following the incompletion on second down.
Check.
The gun, Winston. Able to one down to the 40-yard line. Yards at a first down. Winston now 8 of. He's got it 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again.
I think they like this drive up and out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Winston. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Now Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ryan Switzer, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Breeze. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the... .39-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Winston. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go, even.
On 3rd down, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 49-yard line.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A.J. McCarron looking to throw, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out. There, but it'll be third down.
Incomplete. It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. To throw, Winston. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13.
White 25. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Winston. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check 59.
Winston now. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a pickup of 6.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Emoji blowing kiss.
This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And now here come the Raiders. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. On the right side, caught by Green. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Breeze. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now. Now Breeze again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the lane.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Ready? Yellow lady. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Don't get nervous. Check, 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 check.
On 1st down, it's Green. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54. Mike 54. Yeah. Hey, watch that. Hey, Q.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Breeze. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you. Hey, easy. 21.
Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Don't say nothing. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ready. Yellow lady. 54 Mike. Hey, 2 kill. Hey, check.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Breeze. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here we go. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Mike 50. Easy, opposite. Tight down. There you go.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Daniil Hunter able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right there. Here we go, D. Hey, 5-0. Check 37. Watch twist. Let's convert. Let me go.
Here's Winston. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Even. Let's go now.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Watch the run.
Jameis now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
You must be dreaming. Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Again, it's Winston. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Ready. White 25. Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Safety screaming.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darius Geis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get-off-of-me run and all the way into the end zone.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Chiefs 30, Raiders 10. Will Lutz set
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down. Check nickel.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
To throw is Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 31. Check 31.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Watch 82. Watch 82.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Raiders first down.
Ready. 5-9.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Miles Boykin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, Black 25. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. To throw is Winston. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Green, triple team! Green, triple team!
Working out of the gun. Winston. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a run with Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check it out, Reed. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
On the set. 58. 58. It's Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up. Hey, pick it up.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that